Well, heading down the road, I'd done a video earlier, but honestly, by the time I got halfway back from Ohio, I was tired. I was a little tired, a little recharge, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Ollie's team got off to a bad start. Got behind, 9-3 at one point?
Yeah. 9-3 at one point.
Battled all the way back to take the lead in the top of the 7th and coughed it up in the bottom of the 7th. That little guy played very good. A couple of RBIs, a couple of good hits, a real nice catch. Just one of those things. It looked like they had it in the bag of the top half of the 7th, and I don't want to be one of those parents that complains about the ump, but man, his strike zone was piss poor. What else went on today? I talked earlier. I didn't post that video, so I may as well just do it again. Blanton's Blue raced good today. I just watched Looks Like Money race. Man, 26-1 in the end of it, 6-horse field. I mean, our options are simple. You draw the outside with Fashion Frenzy and Logan Park inside of you, and you say, well, they're going to go 6-horse field, they're going to walk. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, but I guess the alternative is the open doesn't fill, right? What are you going to do? You can't, I guess they should have handicapped it, I suppose, but at least they got it to go. And how do you handicap? It doesn't matter, 6-horse field, what's a handicap? At Mohawk, you're just giving them, the handicap is the rail, actually, in a 6-horse field. Yeah. So, there's not much you can do. He finished 5th, passed horse down the lane, just got beat for 4th, I think, and raced okay. But, it just sits 26-1, and there's nothing you can say about it. I'm angry about it, but it was a 6-horse field. 2 horses are kind of layovers right now in Canada. If we draw 1-2 and sit right in behind them, are we a major factor? I don't know. Maybe, I believe so. I still don't think Money's hit his best stride. He's flashes of it for a week here and there, but that consistent killer just hasn't emerged yet. And I think he's there. He just hasn't popped out yet. Blanton's Blue raced earlier this afternoon. Raced good, finished 3rd. I was talking to Mark. He said, Anthony, those 2 horses that beat him are Sire Stake horses that dropped down. I was wondering. I said, geez, at Monticello, this horse should be a factor. Instead, he was 6-1, and the horses that were 1-2 were 3-5 and 6-5. Scotty was right. He did beat us by half a length. I might have got a little gloat text a minute ago, too. Gonna have to address that. But I thought Blanton's Blue raced well. Now, a number of messages today from a number of people, I guess not a number, 1 or 2 or 3, regarding the sale of J-Port Beach Boy and McWicket. Now, some good points made, Anthony. Should we have a second tier? We keep these types of horses and race them here. I can send them off to Eric has a good buddy that races in Maine. And races in Plainridge and some of the Maine fairs and other people that race at Ocean Downs. We can find places for McPaisley. We can find places for J-Port Beach Boy. And maybe this is me, trying to focus on the whole stable and watching the low-hanging fruit fall off, so to speak. Am I wrong? Is there an abundance of people out there that want to race a McPaisley or a J-Port Beach Boy? I know my partners on both of those horses saying, I would like to see them race. But again, I'll be completely frank with everybody. As your partner, I really don't want to race horses that don't want to be on the track, so to speak. Horses that are just present. J-Port Beach Boy is going to go to Hanover and do pretty good, probably. And I don't care that they don't race for very much money. I get it. But I guess sometimes I miss the forest for the trees. So the floor is open. Is there any of my partners out there that want to race these types of horses? I would rather focus on the horses we saw qualify yesterday, or the horses we have coming behind them, or the 3-year-olds coming back. And it's not like we don't have all good horses. We have some horses that were just so-so that I enjoy racing. I stick up for you. Hear me talk about how much I love Lover's Play every week. She's not a killer. She's not going to the Breeders' Crown. She's not probably going to even see a stake race in her life. I like her because she goes out and puts out an honest effort and tries hard every time she goes behind the gate. That's what I like about her. And when I sit behind J-Port Beach Boy and I see this big, beautiful colt whose brother was a world champion, and he doesn't even want to be present, pretty hard to get enthusiastic about that. Now, he moved out of that maiden claimer that he was in. Doesn't fit it anymore. So now he'd have to move up to the non-winners of 2, to be claimed for 4, I would imagine, which is probably going to be a salty crew at Northfield. Does that mean we look for another class? We ship him back home and up to Hanover because that's where we could race him? To me, I'd rather continue to trim our stable and keep the right horses in it. That's my take, my personal feelings about the entire situation. And there's good arguments to be made. Hey, why don't we just take those horses and farm them out to smaller trainers, or give them to them on deals, or I would rather not. But I had the floor, like I said, is everybody else's. Let me know what you think. You know how where I stand on this. My 2 cents. Let me hear yours. So, a good race from Blanton's Blue today. A decent race from Looks Like Money. A great game from Ollie and his team. You know, it's always nice to see kids, you know, talk about wanting to compete. To be down 9-3 and fight back and take the lead. You can't always win. You're going to get beat up. People are going to make mistakes. Maybe the umpire would miss a strikers too here, and it would change the game. But that goes both ways sometimes. Played good. Ollie's going to be the starting pitcher tomorrow also, which is exciting. We get to watch him play in Guelph. My dad, mom are up watching him play. Dad hasn't seen a Little League game since 1912. Should be exciting for him.
Was that when you played?
No, I did not play.
A little bit later.
So,
adding 50 years to it. It's just drop it to 60 to it.
So it should be a lot of fun tomorrow. The only sad part, I guess, is that Amy's not here. She gets to hang out with the girls tomorrow and dance recital and go into the barn tomorrow, see how the babies look. That's going to be exciting because remember, you know, that was a big day for a lot of them. Worked hard in the slop, something they're not used to. Saw the starting gate for the first time, the vast majority of them. How do they look on Tuesday morning now? How do they look? It's going to be exciting, and I think I was kind of, in the other video, I kind of alluded to it, but I'll say it out loud. I would suspect there's going to be a trailer full of 2-year-olds head to the Meadows next Tuesday to qualify. Jimboree, I think, no need to go back on a half-mile track with her. She's never going to see one again for the most part, likely. So we'll bring her back to, we'll bring her over to the Meadows. We're 5/8 mile track. She's going to start at Oak Grove, so there's no point in getting her qualified again on a half. Let's go to the 5/8. A couple more horses are going to fit the same bill. Green Glitter, another horse not going to see a half. Grand Slam Deal. There's 3 fillies right there that could go over there next Tuesday. Now, I do want to know what the dynamic of the qualifiers are going to look like, because I don't want to see those 3 in together. I would rather go with them. I guess anybody can go with Green Glitter and Jimboree for the most part, so I guess we could do that. But that's my quiet plan right now, written in pencil. It's not in pen. It's not set in stone. That's my plan for next Tuesday morning. I guess it would have to be Monday night. You don't want to get up super early and run them over there to a new place. So it would be Monday, usually after lunch. Put them in the trailer, take them over there, let them settle down for a bit, feed them some supper, and then start on Tuesday. But I can assure you, from all the years of training the horses like this and being around all the machinery and everything, you saw how they didn't even care about the starting gate yesterday. A new place for an evening, a new gate, a new track. They don't care about that stuff. I'd be shocked if they did. So that's a plan for next week. But you know what? First and foremost, we're going to watch the rest of the races tonight. We got Serious Dragon coming up. Yo Mister is coming up tonight. We get some racing tomorrow. Lots still on the go and lots to talk about. I did in the other video bring up the fact that Blanton's Blue is sitting at Megan's barn right now. Jared had told me that Tioga has mixed classes and he was just worried that he would get in with some killers the next little while. We could have shuffled him right down to Buffalo right away, but I was talking to Mark and he said, listen, Ray's got some horses that have to race in Buffalo. I said, well, why don't we just ship the horse down there and you race him in Buffalo on the 26th? That's probably what's going to happen. That's likely what's going to happen. But for now, can we get a race into him? Poconos, Yonkers, somewhere. I'll leave that up to Megan to figure out tonight. Really don't care. We'll race this coming week, I believe, and then she'll actually head to Yonkers. I think she should be at Yonkers. Now, Mark was adamant she'll get around Yonkers, so I'll take him at his word. He knows what he's talking about, so I'm a little surprised she used to get into her inside knee, but if Mark says she can get around Yonkers, then she'll likely go to Yonkers to race also. So now we start moving our horses around. We're going to see some horses head down to Kentucky soon to join Eric and Kathy paddling in Oak Grove. We have our boy Lonely Lakewood racing tomorrow. That'll be his last start in Kentucky as we start to move horses down. Arson will be heading down there soon. Pickpocket after the good times. Memory and Imagination, I believe, after the Courier Knives, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. and then some of our 2-year-olds also will be heading down. So full boat, 7 horses for Eric and Kathy in Kentucky. Remind me when I get home, I have to fill out my Lexington Red Mile stall application. I have to fill that out. Eric just sent that to me this morning. So that's it for this evening. Tune in, watch Series Dragon go tonight. Watch Yo Mister go tonight. Good luck to all my partners with those horses. I'll be talking to everybody first thing in the morning tomorrow. James and I are going to Mohawk to train Pickpocket in the morning. I also want to get a look at Chicago Hall, those horses. I haven't told Harry and Dominic yet, but Century Legion, Chicago Hall, and My Wicked Heart will all be qualifying Saturday morning, I believe, at Mohawk. Everything, weather permitting, if everything's great and they're all perfect, there's no reason why they can't go behind the gate on Saturday. So we'll see how that also plays out. So with that, I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care. I will talk to you tomorrow.